What's going on, my beautiful people? It is September 18th. What a date. 2025. We can master God by cultivating calmness. God's really already in you. It's just out of control. So when I say master God, I meant master of yourself. Anybody that's a real master they do things in their favor. They are in control of something and they're a master over themselves. So you can be, and you are, a master of reality. The man of the pillow. It's about to get real crazy in here. I thank you for saying that. I actually took the beads out yesterday or a couple days ago because my beard was like thunderbolts, and I like the mini thunderbolts. But also, basically, I just put these beads back in. I actually have a whole bag, and I just put these in. So your comment, you must have felt that I put these in. So the best thing you can do is cultivate calmness. The more calm that you are, the more that you feel God. You are closer to God the more that you slow down. And you can be a speedster once you feel Him in your presence. Living with hate in your heart is a sin. That is true. It is not wrong. It's for something for you to be felt. It's actually an amazing experience for you to have. Because once you realize you don't want to feel something anymore, then you can change it to whatever you want to feel. So, all hate, they want love. The evilest people that you know about, they just need love. Love is the missing ingredient. What is the devil? It's hate. The biggest secret in the world is this: the more calm that you become, the better that you feel. What's up, boss? The more that your mind isn't moving. And then we begin to feel love. We feel Jesus. Laughter is our go-to emotion. We feel God. Because the way that Jesus speaks to you, the way your ancestors reach you and speak to you, they speak through feeling, through stillness. There's nothing to forget. There's nothing to remember. Remember this: the more we're just trying to feel, you want to feel. A feeling comes from within your body. This is the connection to God. When you're in your mind thinking, when you are thinking, you are doing a process. You're doing a processing, but when you feel, there's no processing going on. There's nothing to think about. All thoughts, they're just an opinion. We are here to love. You're here to spread joy. And it's when you feel this, okay? People get over emotional just because they're replaying a thought in their head. You have two options. Get over being emotional. The reason why you are under being emotional is because you want to see how to get over it. That's where you want to be. Or you change your thought about it. If something makes you sad, you created that it made you sad. Now you create it to make you happy. Once you're done being sad. If you think you're out of control, you missed the beginning of this live. Go back and replay it. If you think you're out of control, it's because you are in control. You are always in control. Who is in control of your life? It's nobody outside of you. Sir Drums, nice to see you here. That's not true. The reason I don't usually go at night outside, because it's kind of a dark around here. And I used to go live at night all the time. Yeah. I've done both. There's always reasons why I do things. Usually, though, everything comes back to one thing. We are just one thing. Anything else that you think of, we are what we feel. Okay? It's completely extinct to what you think. Do you understand this? God damn it. Okay? It is distinct from what you get intuition from. It's different than what you think. It's that is completely right. Moreland Rodriguez. The church has came from inside of you. That is the materialization of we built the church. The church is everywhere. Whatever that you take inside the church, you take it outside. I don't see too many people taking the church outside of it. The whole point is, we are the feel. Everything is one thing. It's a feel. And we're all connected to the feel. Chicken soup, I just talked about that a little bit ago. Everything is happening simultaneously. Nothing is in air. Nothing is out of order. Everything you're seeing is all you see. It's nothing more than that. We are all one, and it's the feel of love. It comes from calmness. No matter what activity that you do and why you do any activity, you want to feel something. Even if you're trying to control somebody, even if you're hating, you want to feel your best. And that is simply the feel of life. You can control it right now. You see what's going on. You don't have to talk about it. But then you see the mind is moving. Now you're not the mind. God bless you all. I do have a Mountain Dew. It's what my girlfriend prescribed. She wants to do me in the mountains. When you're evil, you're going to feel like you don't want to feel, which is what the devil represents. Hey, boss. What life represents and what you want to feel, it's the thing you always want to feel. The search in your mind, all your thinking leads back to this one place. Your thinking itself wants to feel the life you are. You actually want to stop thinking? That's the whole point of thinking. I know. Because when you stop thinking, get this, the whole world needs to see this. Then you feel the universe. You become confident. You feel love. You feel happy. There's no effort. You merge with God. You become the feel of life itself. Simply by not thinking. Any activity we do, the ones we like, but anything that we're doing, whatever we're doing in the moment, that is the moment for you to become conscious. Try as hard as you can and use your will to stop thinking. If you have enough willpower, you can meet God immediately. The tree looks so good on my head. Are you still practicing semen retention? I'm going to be doing semen retention, MK, for the rest of my life. My girlfriend loves it. I will never bust another nut again. It's been 2.5 years. Great question, MK. Mountain Dew for president? Yeah. That's hilarious. You need to go, like, plasterboard that somewhere. Like, yeah. Okay, so I'll give you the rundown. I'll give you another secret, but don't you dare fucking tell nobody. I already told you one secret, but this goes strings right along. Do you remember the first one that we talked about? Lord have mercy. Anyways, the second greatest secret is you can still have sex, but if you don't ejaculate, what will happen is, over time, it will still you. It's the most purified way. It is energy that can never be taken away. You can actually ejaculate inside of yourself simply because what an orgasm is, you think you have to bust a nut. But this is like a great secret. You can actually, without using the energy, you can still have the feeling of an orgasm. The best orgasm. Better than actually releasing. You can have a controlled orgasm. Okay. And what happens is when you do bust the nut, you lose control. So this is a very, you could say, unseen energy. And it will radically change your life. Okay. Any man that goes on semen retention, and woman, that does it for at least 6 months, maybe a year, your thought process is going to change. I'll tell you another big secret. We already know this. Sex is the biggest thing that you'll ever overcome. You can still have sex, but when you give up sex, something different enters you. Hey, I feel. I feel university. This is where we're at. You went to school, then you went to more school. There's been a university that's waiting for you right outside of that. So I feel the Lord, and the Lord is the feeling of all creation. There's no hating. There's no hate in my heart. I haven't been mad since in 11 years. 11 years. I haven't been mad. I'll never be mad again. But more importantly, I feel the Lord. I know it. So, doesn't matter what anybody says. You need to feel this too. Because once you feel happy, you don't even have to feel the Lord. But if you become happiness, nothing bothers you. You get to choose to be happy. And then your life will follow accordingly. You're happy right now in this instance. What is happiness for the Lulus? It's a feel. It's the feel of your life. Hello, Al. AI. Do you like being pet? Oh, man. I love being touched. Massages on the head. Love in my heart. Life is the best feeling. You need to share this with everybody. You are feeling this right now. Since I am feeling life, you, just by watching this, you get to feel, even if it's just a smidge of it, because it's radiating out. And it wants to connect with you. It sounds crazy. And it is. But only in your mind. Only you care what you think. Babies are God. That's why we love them. simply because they are love. Any mother will tell you this. Why do women always love babies? Because they love it. It is God. The baby doesn't judge you. That's why I'm like that. I will never hate you. Why? Why would you hate? Because the feeling of hate, it constricts you. This is what an evil person looks like. I would have to feel like them to actually be evil. And I couldn't do that. My heart won't go to the negative. I'm installed in positivity. Because when you hate, what is hate? What does it mean to hate? Constriction. Someone who's mad, hunched up shoulders. Your thought manifested itself it is the stress you carry, is your thought. Jeez. What is hate? We could talk about it in words. It doesn't effing matter. Nothing effing matters. Because hate is the feel. Anything negative, even a limited perspective or thought, it's limited. You don't want to constrict. You want to feel open. That way nothing gets to you because you know how you feel. If you do be hateful, it constricts you so you think you are the hate. I've been wanting to do that lately. Kind of like a squirrel. Maybe like a beaver. Life is fun. It's not about being so serious. When you're serious, you're constricted. You can't do that. That's why everybody loves to do fun things. So there's no excuses why you're a grown person and you're not doing fun things. This is what real people call an idiot. It's not mean. That doesn't matter. But you literally can have as much fun as you want. There is no excuse. The fun is right now. I would love to be in an amphitheater. One, so I don't have to talk loud like this. When you talk loud and when you're angry, you use more energy. It's not something I know. I just feel it. But when you're angry, you actually want to feel good. And I do, when you hear a certain ambience, such as an echo, that is naturally, where we would talk. And so it has like an amplified thing to it, and it's louder. Other things are, number two, I'm holding the phone, so yeah. But anyways, we're going to be at the amphitheater. Yeah. I'm going to be going worldwide, but yeah. Yeah, that's amplifiers basically in the amphitheater. The reason why I'm even really like doing this one-on-one is because my body's been messed up for years. I'm a man to come show you in person. And I'll show anybody. My only goal is to show everybody happiness by me coming to them. Yeah. I have no other goals. You got to know like my life story. We're not doing that now. Because that's just the story. You can be as strong as you want right now. There is no before. There is no past. It's what you're going to do right now. Anyways, my body was messed up. So I had to eat a lot of food and drink. So I couldn't be around people. I mean, I could, but I just didn't, my body didn't feel like it had the power to do it. You got to understand, all of my life, whatever I have done since a teenager, when I came into thinking, I always wanted to feel things. I don't know a lot of shit. Basic things. But I feel life. I've always did what I wanted to do. When you don't do the things you want to do, you're not living your happiness. But you can, okay? So that's why most people aren't happy, and then they get mad at me. You're mad at me. You're mad. Literally, you can do anything. And if you hating what someone else is doing, that's just what you think. It doesn't matter what no one's doing. Yeah. It just matters how you feel. There's no excuses. But anyways, you are the happiness. You don't have to do anything. But someone who doesn't know this has to keep doing stuff You're going to be called to do stuff. But someone who hates their life, my 9 to 5, and you don't work as hard as me, this isn't even about work. It's not about what anything you're doing. But if you don't like your life, it's for you to like your life and go after the happiness. Okay? It's actually a feel, but if you keep using your mind is just a guessing game. It doesn't know the answer. It's just because the answer is what you feel. Yeah. My body's the best it's been in 9 years. I couldn't eat food every fucking day. Yeah. I just said that to make it funny like that. I have every reason to be angry. But I've always been happy. Okay? Yeah. Simply, when you are angry, you're not letting life be. Your thought is making you angry. Yeah. And you don't want to feel angry. That's a great question. My mustache. I'm in Pennsylvania right now, but I'm soon going to be traveling all around. You might see me in your local neighborhood. Probably more so village. Big cities. And I'm going to be opening up my own place that everybody's welcome to come. You're welcome to be banished from it too. Like Rambo wandering the country. This is United States of America. How to stop feeling? Well, you simply just feel. And then it's going to tell you what you want to do next. You don't stop feeling. You actually want to feel more. You want to listen, you want to tap into your intuition and keep following your intuition. Okay? You don't just a lot of people get intuition when something dangerous is about to happen. And they don't listen. Or you die. Okay? You got to listen to your intuition all the time. Your thought is it's really just to communicate to people. Your thoughts they're just thinking about something. Yeah. It's a processing. It has no real feeling to it. It can create feelings, yes, but the fundamental thought that you get angry or upset about, I think there's caffeine in the Mountain Dew. What you get upset about is because you have a thought. Charlie Kirk died. Insane thought. Charlie Kirk died. Your Graham died. Your girlfriend, boyfriend, just died. Good. Shit. But Charlie Kirk died. There's no bad, there's no good. It's just a sentence, god damn it. But as soon as you label it, oh no! I shouldn't have screamed that. That you're labeling it, and then you're playing into the label. And it doesn't matter if it's Charlie Kirk or the anthole on the ground got squashed. Your thoughts are just a label, but it happens so fast. You're labeling things as bad when you should be labeling them the best. Why would you not think the best? Why would you not think, if you are a thinking human being, why would you not think your best? If you want to be a big baby, be negative, well, that's fine by me. I'm not forcing anybody. Thank you about the beard. You get focused on one person dying, millions and billions of souls have died. If you feel life, everything is one, you'll still feel that person, no matter where they are, because they're right here. The feel of life is everything in line with the feel of life. Only when you have misconceptions in your head that you disconnect from life. It's what the devil represents. That came from someone's head. The devil is a feel itself. It is the feel of negative. Yeah. But my beard forgot the word pants today. How are you? Did you go to Colleen's? Do you know Colleen? Okay. Yeah. The Bible talks about the heart being deceitful. Everything in the Bible can be explained in a double standard. And also, it's just your thought about it. It's how you label it. But it's really just a thought. And then that produces the feel. But you are a fundamental feel before your thought. So what the Bible means when someone follows his heart, I don't like this. I do not like this. Now, that was me not liking it. That's something personally, but I don't feel bad about it. In fact, I see it from a different point of view. What they mean and say I see it as neutral, because everything is neutral, but it's more so positive. But when it's neutral, you don't understand what they're actually saying. You don't know what they're saying. It's a text in a book. You don't know how they said it, who they said it to. The fuck? Got me. So, when they mean don't follow your heart, that could mean anything. How vague is that? Don't follow your heart. That doesn't even sound right. It doesn't. And I know it doesn't. Because, first of all, I feel life. Life is, whatever question you have, the answer is to fill your life. Anyways, they were probably talking about being lustful, fake, imaginary, impermanence love. So, like, going after lust, following your passion, and not giving love to the world. They were trying to, like, set you up for the future. Don't live a life all about yourself. Yeah. It's both, MK. We are synonymous. I do want to say field, but it is the field. My face has never been itchy in my entire life. My neighbor gave me this. Yeah. I only have a limited supply of clothes. I do really like this, but I don't like the fact that it's not a natural fiber. I would like to see this in black color that kind of like glowed. Kind of like with the same animals, maybe a different tree. Yeah. Well, if whatever that you hate, you want to turn it into something you do like. That's the secret meaning of hating something. You could not prefer to do things, so you're going to do stuff you do prefer. Yeah. And then you'll do more stuff you prefer. Like, life is not about money, unless you want your life to be about money. There's people that, and I know this sounds funny, there's people that don't even deal with money. There's people that don't even think about money. At this point, it's just a TV program. There was a point where money never existed. I'm just saying, don't let your thoughts get to you, because you have to see it from a million ways. So, what hate really wants, it wants to love. But it's telling yourself you can't and holding on to a thought. Yeah. All the love in that you will ever feel, it's already right there. In a way, it is all the fun you're going to have, no matter where you go, is right here. How's it going? How are you guys? Hands full. Got my hands full. What I'm saying is that you want to feel this. Because when you stop thinking, and let's just say you basically become the entity. You become the entity of life. Yeah. And that is the feel. That there's no thinking involved. So it's basically separated, and you want to feel it. Because, yeah, that's how you know you're in it, is when you feel it. Yeah. Feeling is the number one best thing in the world. Because thinking is just so mechanical. Yeah. It's an analyst. Oh, yeah, that rock is big. Oh, yeah, that's a tree. Okay. You can go and feel the tree. We talked about what a master is at the beginning of this. Homelander hurrying up is not where I'm going. I'm never going to hurry up. Simply, there's nowhere to hurry up. There's nowhere to hurry. And if I am hurrying, or you're hurrying, you're missing the whole point of the live. Because I am giving life. Okay? Simply when you fall into love, even happiness, it's coming out of me. You don't need to think about what I'm saying. You need to just feel it and stop thinking. The only reason I say any of this elaborate shit, or really why I talk at all, is because I attack it from all angles. And some people, they get stuck in their thoughts. I'm just trying to tell them there's a different angle to whatever you're thinking. all you're thinking, it wants to end. It wants to feel. Your thinking wants to feel. Because you always want to be something. They ask you when you're little, what do you want to be, little Jimmy? You are a fireman. You just saved someone from a fire. You don't need fucking any credentials. You couldn't save that person because you're not a fireman? Let's hear that. Because you are the fireman. You are the plumber. You are the fixer-upper. You are the baby. Really. The soul is baby-like. Basically is. You are the TV actor. All these things, you are what you really want to be. And why you do an activity is to feel it and to get lost in it. Okay? Everybody gets lost every day. Not me, okay? But most people on planet Earth get lost. They stop thinking. And they actually feel good. But they're not realizing when they stop thinking. Okay? That's why people, they'll have jobs they don't like, but they don't mind going to them. Anything that's going on in your life is simply anything. It's to get you to stop thinking. Simple as that. All thoughts are previous stuff that you learned. Mike Stroh, you can enlighten me about that. But that itself is an analyst in thinking. We are talking about what God, you can feel him right now. Because he is the feel. There's no data in science. It can't bring you closer. Because it is the release of the thought is when you feel God. Hurry up could be getting things done. Yes, and everything has a loophole. What I'm saying though, people need to realize God. They need to be stillness. You're not going to catch it when you're running around all day. It's going to be, yeah. Why make something harder than it has to be? And the thing is, when you go, you have a threshold. But unconscious people, they just have a physical threshold. Hello. How's it going? And if you run around all day using your physical body, using your thoughts, and I mean, you're doing this and expending the maximum energy, you're going to be too tired and overstimulated to be calm. You got to be calm in the first place. So, as we said at the very beginning of this live, because if you're just coming in now, you miss really good parts, arguably. And you can just rewatch it. The more calm that we become, the more that we feel God. God has no stress. You have to feel no stress to feel how he communicates. Hello, OG. Fire retardant is something that slows down. Well, Adam Matson, that's literally what they call the fire extinguisher. Another name is that. Because it wants you to slow down. It's because once you feel God and you feel all of life, you start to understand and you do things at a grace, which is why you have to become slowness. And then you can turn it up. The reason why someone gets aggravated, not because they're calm, because their mind is moving too much. They're not in control. Yeah, that would irritate anyone. It's not you. It only affects your thought. Affects your thought. Your thought about something. Yeah. A lot of people just don't know how to like really stop. It's so simple. Some people do stop, but they still live in misery. Because they're not aware when they stop. That's the key. Yeah. I had a girl in high school That said I look like Jimmy Kimmel. Dude thinks he's a genius. All my thinking is positivity. And I don't really think of anything. And I see it. Yeah. Good, go at your own pace. People are so, oh, you can't go slow. You can still do things consciously when you work. Maybe you'll want to leave work now that you realize this. Huh. People don't let you go at your own pace. When they talk to you, they don't they're just saying auto phrases they already have set up. They don't care what you say. They're stuck in their head. They're thinking about the next thing they're going to say. Doesn't matter what you say. Yeah. Because people, they think they're going to get somewhere with what they're going to say. But it's just how your reaction. What it, your how you think about the world is just your reaction. Any details you know about me all the way up to anybody, Jesus, you're only putting words to him. Doesn't matter what the words are. Okay? Because they're meant for you just to feel. And talking is just, it's just a way to translate to other people. Okay? There's nothing wrong with talking. But you want to feel something. Yeah, I know. Thank you. People just don't let you be. Yeah. Don't think and repeat. Exactly. Even I, like, well, my body's messed up, but I see the routines. Not really of me. I never liked routinely. I just like what I'm doing. Okay? I've seen other people do the same thing for 15 years in a row. And they're hateful. Okay. So if you're living your life for however many years and you know everything, you should be the most happiest person in the world. You always want to, you're in control to think the best opportunity for you. As soon as you think less, well, then it affects how you think. Yeah. ADHD. Yeah, I consider ADHD, though, it's one of the worst things to have. God is your attention. He is he is attention itself. Yeah. But Sir Drums, do I know you from like TikTok? Because your name said Sir Drums. Hey, what's up, boss? It's going pretty good. Have a nice day. Yeah. They want to put anxiety on you because they feel anxiety themselves. You only want to spread what you feel. It's a natural occurrence. Uh, so, like, an idea, it's just that. Um, yeah. You, anytime, whatever you've heard, even words, this is very, very deep. Anytime someone is giving anything that sounds long, if someone's even giving you a long book, I don't read long books. Not saying I won't. But the truth is, when everyone's always trying to get their idea, anything that you probably heard and made up was once someone else's idea. Why does anybody tell you anything? They want you to have their idea. And then when you really think about it, but I'm not thinking, you'd be like, that's baloney. Every idea you have is someone else's bullshit idea. It's their idea. They can keep it to themselves. Yeah. Even ideas want to spread, though, like a fire, a wildfire. Evil people are just spreading their wildfire. Yeah. Why, why does someone think? Because you want to feel. Thinking inherently sucks. Not because you know, because I've thought before, and then I became established in presence. I try to avoid thinking. And even before, like I don't even try to have funny thoughts. I tried not to think at all. So I can feel everything coming on, whatever it is. But even all my life growing up, the few thoughts that I did have, they were funny as fuck. Like, that's how you talk American. Yeah. Yeah, I actually had a song, and my one friend was like, Tortoise in the Hair? It's a really good song, actually. Your thoughts are you thinking? Yeah. You are the one before the thought. So all I'm saying is, if you can concentrate, then you can feel God. No more thinking about him. Now, there are concentration techniques. Now you know. And there's also advice. Hmm, that's interesting. That's what I give. Yeah, yeah. But just even listening to me, listen, there are actual exercises. This is the test of your life, and you should do this every day. How long can you look at something without being interrupted by your mind? And then you'll see that nothing is going on in the mind. The very uppity thing. And then you'll feel the life you are. But when we refer to it in words, they call it God. Yeah. Simply, there's no thinking going on. And you are feeling, you become the entity of life. And it is obnoxious as it sounds. You go to work, you've done all this other stuff in your life. Now's your time to become alive. You stare at something every day, and you stare till that last fucking thought disappears. Once a day. That's the only test of life you need to know. My title is wrong. We're going to decode this. Know that is just what you think. God isn't looking for you. That is, you're looking for God. So it isn't wrong. And the reason that I said that was it's because it's catchy. You know, a lot of people aren't just jumping in my live because I'm not doing some crazy thing. Ooh. I'm also not doing this for money. But all donations are accepted, and yes, all donations. I'm not shaking my ass. I'm not trying to even force my opinion on you. So it's just something for a title that was kind of catchy. And I tend to do that a lot. That's only momentarily. Yeah. Really, I mean we could talk about it all day. The title's just to pull you in here. Like you got a lasso around a bull is what you are. Why do you think the Baphomet is a bull? It's just a symbol of you. You've gone haywire, and I got to loop you back in this. Yeah. Are we looking for God? And just talking about it and talking about it. We want to feel him. Most people don't feel him. They're just talking about it. So you can never grasp it. You have to get it from somebody who feels it. But only you are going to want that. That has to be your desire. I could make it your desire. Seemingly, you have to put effort in, like we just went over the test. That takes a will. You have will. First of all, it's always there. We can go with the deep and synchronize it, sync it up to this very present moment. You had will to come on this live. Every day you have will to go do something. When you have no will, we'll get to that. Every day, even the shit you don't want to do, when you go do a job, you are making the choice. You just forgot that you had the choice. You found him, Natalie Rose? Well, then that's the most beautifulest thing. Yeah. It doesn't matter if you can be an atheist. I see your point of view. There was a time I didn't even know about God. Again, that's just a word. But I always was not, kind of stayed away from all that. Life taught me about life. Well, actually, when you hear someone talk about not having thoughts, then you can begin your quest. But it's always there. I mean, and Mylan, he literally made it so you don't find him. You are 110% correct. So read Mylan Savakara. Read his text above. Because God, the reason why you can't find him, he wants to see your faith. He's gave you amusement, a whole circus. So we get caught up in the circus. So we want to find him. This is the truth. The absence of thought is the creator. And he's like knocking on our window right now. Yeah. Natalie Rose. Okay. Yeah. When you have free will, you basically become a devil. A devil is not outside of you. It is when you think about a devilish thought, which is just a separated thought from feeling. Yeah. So your intuition, you do have to act upon it. But once you know it's there then you can just act upon it all the time. and your life will become, it's kind of like you follow me, follow it. Yeah. Jesus was following this calling, forever falling upwards. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. he. Yeah, yeah. Free will is basically the disconnection. And we're going back to where we were, like, in the middle of this. You have intuition when something dangerous is about to happen, or what we would call an accident, someone unlucky. He simply wasn't listening. The universe always has your back. And if you're going to die, you know when you're going to die. Or you know when to avoid an event. It's happening. So people only feel their intuition, from my experience, when, like, they're at a party or something bad's about to happen, and then they're just shocked by it. Oh my God. No, you had the feeling before it happened. And this is why people die randomly. They don't know it's coming. You always know when it's coming. But what I'm saying is, about your intuition, people only feel it for a second. You can feel it all the time. It is the guidance. And if you say no, I'm not going this way that I feel I need to go, you might step in dog shit. Then you're going to have to go rinse it off. But maybe you don't go rinse it off right away, but you felt you should have. Then you run into a person you didn't want to see. The devil. Okay. Yeah. As soon as you change even your thoughts to positivity, you're already going the way you need to go. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, you conscious. Life is God taking you by the hand because we are a little baby. Come on. Come on now. It's it's very gentle. Gently. We have to become gently. You will. And that's when we feel God. We become him. Yeah. Not I don't like saying we are God, because that pisses off a lot of people. And I do it for the sake. Everything I do, trust me, it has a feeling behind it. And there's a reason. It was when he warned you about someone. Great. Yeah. Yeah. The reason why thinking sucks, because your thinking is just guessing. You would rather know the answer. When you start guessing, you go around the whole world trying to figure out who you are. For some people, they're happy, they're traveling. But for some people, when they're guessing all the time and not listening to the message, well, you could become hateful. Yeah. Hate is hateful of listening to the mind. And then you get so sick of it, you just like shout at people. Evidently, I would too. That's Mike Stroh. You're a blessing to the world. When you choose not to decide, yeah, and then then you'll start your yeah, then you'll feel. That's a great Rush song. Yeah. A lot of songs I've heard before, but I don't know the words. I could never, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if you actually stop making a choice, then you will actually feel the choice. Just stop. So, you want to cut off your thinking. Whatever gets you to stop thinking, because that's where your thinking wants to translate the feeling. It wants that. The whole point of thinking, even when you get an answer or a question, is to stop thinking. Thinking itself wants to stop thinking. It becomes, yeah, your own identity. It becomes separated from life itself. The flying dog thing from the Never-Ending Story. I think I've only seen that movie once. Now I can't tell you that. One night, my brother slid that and this is a videotape. He slid it in. I don't know what the F went on in this movie, because I was young. But I just remember this movie just repeating. I didn't know if the movie restarted. Yeah. And the only reason I remember that goddamn movie. What's up, boss? Nice to see you. The only reason I remember it is because of the goddamn name. It was exactly what the movie was. Yeah. But I've been called a lying more than once recently. So, again, it's all synchronized. Why do I laugh like that? We could talk about this for days. Simply, I feel excited. The laughter can't be contained. Odin Mountain Dew. Yeah, this is like a one in a lifetime reoccurrence. Thinking is good and bad. Yeah, thinking is just categorizing. But everything your thinking starts being neutral. So take a step back and see something as neutral, whatever it is. And then you'll stop thinking, or you'll realize, hmm, I am. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of I am, but maybe I will become. I know a lot of Indian people use that. Yeah. Thinking is the essence. Yeah, I mean, it could be whatever you want. Thinking is whatever you want. But you need some concentration so you can make it whatever you want. It's about the nothing eating away at the stories of the universe. Yeah. That sounds like a book. Yeah. Yeah. My laugh, it isn't supposed to be anything. Yeah. Best movie ever? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I, I I stopped watching movies like at 19 years old. Yeah. Not not because I don't like movies. Because I just always entertain myself. Yeah. So I know nothing about like new movies. Yeah. Well, you got to figure when I seen the Never-Ending Story, Natalie Rose, I had no clue. My brother put it in and went to sleep. And I don't know if this movie was repeating. Yeah. I don't even remember it. Like, yeah. I just know it was in the dark. And that's it. Yeah, like there's certain word every word has a vibration. And if you tune into the vibration, but people do this when they're unaware, you stop thinking. You merely become the feeling. More so the feel. Yeah. Honest, like, did you ever laugh too much? Like, you laugh too much to where it actually hurt. Well, it's actually possible. And and I always have to like stop myself. Yeah. This is me. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably kill myself with laughter. Which would be dying. It'd be a great thing. Yeah, the planets that we've all been taught about, what the planets really are. You want to know the biggest fourth secret of today's video? The planets that they teach us about, they are the energy centers inside of us. You more so feel these energy centers. But anyways, what the planets actually are, they actually are storage of thoughts. And you can access them by going into the vibration. Yeah. But you don't have to know what the vibration means. That's just, everything is just to get you so you become still and so you stop thinking. Yeah. But, you might know the meaning of the bottom energy center. Yeah. So, but it's to get you to not think. And if you know the vibration, this is where you can gain power. So there are still powers and knowledge of things, but this is a step below being free from thoughts. Okay, that's way too much to get into right now. Because you can use your thinking to go do things. Thinking is not bad. Okay? But you want to actually, everything is to get you to stop thinking. Yeah. You laughed so hard you forgot that you were even what you were thinking about. Yeah. My friend last year, I had to like get off the phone with her because I just could not stop laughing. Like, I felt like my body, I could not take it. Like, yeah, meridians. Yeah. But do you see, when we get the knowledge, it can take us further away